Well, hello, it's Brian down at the packing bench. It's a couple days since the USPS made their big change. It's interesting what eBay's done with that, and we'll get into that in a minute. But today, we're going to try out the new media rates. The majority of what I have to pack today, media. Some Spanish language CDs. Here's like a 1948 Sears Roebuck book on wiring up your electrical. I love these old books. They're a great thing to get from estates and then put up because there just isn't a lot of competition for most of these. This one actually had a few versions, a couple of variants published at different times. So I did have to look for this particular cover to come up with my comping price. But yeah, business as usual for the most part, except for eBay's Ground Advantage follow-up. Yeah, I mentioned earlier this week they had a credibility problem with me because there was a definitive mismatch between what Pirate Ship was saying, what eBay was saying, and at the 11th hour, as it rolled over, eBay put out a correction. But funny thing, if you look at the message on the hub even today, they added a sentence that now says, rural zip codes and out-CONUS sites will pay the full 15.99 ounce rate for 4 and 8 ounce tiers. But on the same page, they still have the original message. It says pricing will not change for eBay customers. It's on the same page, so you got both versions right up there, including a note from the seller page that still says no change. You would think something that basic would have been worked out by eBay with the post office a long time ago. And I will say this about the change. Rose and I, when we first saw the Pirate Ship message, we were thinking rate tables, put on a surcharge for out-CONUS. We could leave the in-CONUS, the 48 states. We could leave those 4 and 8 ounce tiers alone. No, this rural zip code is going to mess that up as well. So we were really left with no option once eBay actually put out a retraction, if you will, or an update stating that, yeah, Pirate Ship was right. Rose and I were really left with no option, but this morning she went ahead and she took our 4 and 8 ounce tiers in each of our 3 stores, and she basically made the dollar amounts the same as our 12 to 15.99 ounce tier. What's that going to mean in the days to come? We did it that way in case the post office sees just how screwed up this is going to make e-commerce selling and backs off from the rural zip code portion, because that really screws with this whole math about 4 and 8 ounce labels, because it means most of the time the old rates would stand because eBay has negotiated subpar or subcontract rates, cheaper than commercial. In order to protect yourself from the out-CONUS shippings and those random rural zip codes, yeah, you really have no option but to charge more if you're a flat rate shipper. Now, those people who are in the calculated program and they're already letting eBay and the software do it, I think they're okay. I think they're safe. But I've never liked the way calculated shipping overprices the cost of shipping most items. Because for one thing, we get our shipping supplies much cheaper than the average. We rarely pay retail for them. So that was one of the few advantages I ever had, keeping my prices lower so people on the East Coast, people in Alaska and Hawaii would see my price plus shipping stacked up against my competition and would choose us. This is going to be a problem. And in the short term, that's what we chose to do. We really had no choice but to up our 4 and 8 ounce costs for everybody. Now, that's going to hurt our sales. And Rose told me that it averaged probably between the 4 and the 8 ounce, it probably averaged between 1 and 200 listings per store that fell into that category, 4 and 8 ounce shippers. Because since we retired and moved to the lake, we have been downsizing the physical size, the weight of what we sell. So as you're trending down towards smaller packages, cheaper shipping, more attractive overall pricing, and then the post office hits us with this weird rural shipping. And there's no way to tell what is rural and what isn't. That's going to hurt. Anyway, let's see, what else? Oh, I had an order for one of my last remaining clock parts, and then immediately the buyer followed up with a cancel because her husband told her she had to count the number of teeth on those gears. So I went ahead and canceled it, which brings up a reminder about variations listings. Normally when you get a cancellation, eBay will freely, automatically relist, and they'll put it up as a quantity of one if that was your quantity. If you have a multi-quantity listing, they don't put the number back in because the listing never got closed out. Because it was an offer and a sale and a cancellation, it locked out part of the listing from updates. Even though the block for quantity was not locked out, it still would not let me immediately go in and take my quantity of one back to my real quantity of two. And other people have been mentioning that some of the routine actions on eBay since that big kerfluffle a couple months ago have been slow. How long it takes to get the photos up, how long it takes to see the listings go active. It says they went active, but they're not actually there all the time. And not all the photos are making it into the listings. So the last month or two, eBay has a credibility problem, and I keep saying it. And it extends way beyond this 4 and 8 ounce anxiety they caused by coming out and saying, no changes for our customers, when in fact there were. The other thing about this, having to raise the 4 and 8 ounce rates to protect ourselves from the rural and overseas shipments, we're already getting messages from buyers saying on these lower price point items, your shipping is set just as high as the cost of the item. I'll have to give this some thought. Maybe we'll have to go about this a little bit differently. Maybe we'll go back to leaving all of our 4 and 8 ounce tiers alone pre-July 12th. We'll reset them, and then we'll turn around and just add the $2 or $3 to the cost of the items so that when potential buyers look at it, they see a higher item cost but a low shipping cost. I don't know. To me, it's always been a question of mentally adding the two numbers together when I'm shopping and coming up with a total and comparing it to other totals, because your competition might be even doing a free shipping model and the entire cost is shown as the cost of the item. I don't know. Right now, it's still all in flux, and I think eBay handled this very badly. They must have known. I'm going to go ahead and pull the items I've got to pack, and once I've got them on the bench here, I'll flip the camera around. But like I say, a good share of media, so it's a good thing the media rates have gone down. 1.778%. Yeah, we'll notice that. But as I said the other day, at least they didn't go up. Down is trending. The last couple of years, it's been 3, 4, sometimes 5 changes. And if the post office can lower something, they can say they're rate adjustments, even though we all know in general, they tend to be rate increases. But if you can push down media 1.778%, you're making adjustments. I don't know. I just got to wonder what's going on at the post office. Now, I've laid out some of the media that's going out today. This one I showed you, a little thin book, not too bad. It'll be under £1. In fact, I'll have to watch that for Ground Advantage. Even though we've raised our rates, we'll still only be paying the Ground Advantage shipping label prices based on the destination zip code. And that's going to mean we're obviously overcharging in the 4 and 8 ounce rates. Jane's Spaceflight. Now, this is a £5 book before we even pack it. Jane's Fighting Ships. These came out of an estate situation. This one happens to be about space. I was first introduced to the Jane's series of books with Jane's Fighting Ships when I was a young sailor. Spanish. This is actually a group. 8 audio deluxe CD language. Spanish is fun, lively lessons for beginners, and a Spanish dictionary. I put these 3 up together, and I'll have to check and see what they sold for. But these 3 collectively are about £4 before they're packed. Now, the first thing I noticed after the 12 July change was actually trying to schedule a curbside pickup. It's that Sunday evening. They obviously took some or all of the USPS website down because I couldn't schedule, which meant for me anyway, no packages went out Monday morning. The carriers obviously had a light day if no one else could schedule a pickup. Let me know if you ran into that. One of the items that isn't a media that I'll be packing today, this is a purse. Sista, that's the name. She who kneels before God can stand before anyone. Yep, obviously an ethnic brand, but this is the first one of these I've ever sold. This one I picked up new without tags at an auction. Handles were still wrapped in plastic. We bagged it just to keep the dust off it while it was waiting for the sale. And when I get around to the shipping labels, I'll show you the prices on the screen. And of course, as I go to print the first shipping label for the Sista bag for the purse, this is what I get. The little sorry message with the boy hiding in his coat. Yep, looks like eBay is hiding from shame. I may not be packing this evening, or I may need to sit in the cool, have a drink. It's like 86 degrees out today. And then come back in an hour and see whether I can get it to open the shipping page. Yeah, I guess maybe eBay's having as much trouble as the post office this month. This portion of the site is working. $24.79 was the price on that purse if you were interested. $12.89 ground advantage shipping. Packs out under 2 pounds. Probably would have been an ideal candidate to put a pet rock in. I could have taken it up about 2 ounces and it would have rolled over into the 3-pound pack. I'll have to price it. If I've got to come back to print the label anyway, maybe I'll open it up, put some more packing and crumple in there, and push it over that 2 pounds into the 3-pound shipping rate. The purse packs out at about 1 pound 15 ounces, a 2-pound label, $12.87. If I add the 0.1 to push it into the 3-pound range, it jumps to 15.75. It's headed to Vidalia, Louisiana. So maybe the 3 to 5 pound inversion has either gone away or is being affected by rural zip codes. Because it's a good thing, I guess, I didn't put a pet rock into this one to push it up into the 3-pound label range. Just odd all around. Now for the 3-piece Spanish lot. Because these are a little bit soft in the middle, these boxes of audio CDs, the book on the bottom is nice and firm. Box is almost square, so I had to pick a box capable of length, width, and of course the height of the dictionary. So now what I'll do is I'll infill this. I'll either use bubble or I'll use crumple paper so that when she comes down, this dictionary won't be able to slide around. It will be a bit heavy. I bet I'm 6 pounds on this group, but it is media. And there's the basic pack. I put the book and audio CDs in a heavy clear bag. I put the dictionary in a bit of bubble. We basically gave it a collar to keep it stable. And now it's a good quality box. This should work well. 5-pound media pack heading to Minnesota, under $8. So that's about what I charged, so that's good to go. Now for the Janes. This is a $37 book plus shipping. So I put it in one of my heaviest bags, and I took the surplus of the bag, and I'd like to tuck it down here to make a little bit of fill. I do the same things here, similar to the way I fold the corrugated cardboard. Now I've got to take a look and see if I've got a box this size. At that price point, I will probably box this just for appearance. Though it would be just as safe, just as well protected if I wrapped it in corrugated and slid it into a bubble. But I'll go looking for a box first. There we go, an excellent fit. You could hardly ask for better. I think what I'll do is remove the book, put a piece of cardboard or foam on the bottom. That way if it were to take an impact down here, it would be protected. And then I'll do the cutting and lower the height of the box. Okay, piece of foam. Then the book. Now we can just take our utility knife inside, put the flat spot of the blade right there, punch through and slit up. And repeat 4 times. Now with a stiff product like a book like this, I don't bother to get the scoring tool. I simply fold it using the book. And of course here you can see I've probably got more than I need, but I'll do the same thing over here. I could cut some of it so that it's 1 layer shorter on the fold over, and maybe I'll do that. It came out as a 6-pound pack, 5.1 pound book, 6-ounce pack, headed to Colorado. So yeah, the box does pretty good. Unlike the Amazon box, this was a Walmart box. I think Walmart uses a slightly better box than Amazon does. But either case, I cut it down to the height I needed and just folded it using the hard sides of the book. So I've placed the electric wiring book inside of a bag, prevent some moisture entry. And I think because this is so thin, instead of corrugated, I'll just cut a couple of pieces of cardboard and slide them into the poly bag with it. At this price point, it's certainly not going to get boxed. You may recognize this cardboard. This is the cutoff from packing the puzzle the other day. Here you can see the writing. I'll put it good face to the cardboard and probably put a piece of clear tape here and here. Since I've bagged it, the tape won't be a problem. That'll center it on the cardboard, and then I'll just slide it into this poly. And here it is. It's about 12 by 9. Label cost was about $4.39 to New York, but with media it doesn't matter where it's headed inside the country. I went with media under £1 simply because Ground Advantage would have been 6 something and change. So my $5.79 charge to the buyer covered the label, the poly bag, the inner bag, the printing. There is some expense to printing these labels. In fact, I just had to buy some of these labels recently, and when you start buying them by the thousands, there actually is a cost. It's like finding out when people have to buy their first case of tape. Yeah, there is actually a cost to buying tape. Yeah, little sticker shock the first time an eBay reseller goes out and has to buy a case of tape or 4,000 or 5,000 labels when they see what that price actually is in volume. Reminds me of the first time when a young adult actually picks up the tab for dinner with their parents. You know, their whole life, 18, 19, 20, their parents have been picking up the tab. And all of a sudden when the check comes and the kid says, "I got this," and then looks at the bill, yeah, a little bit of sticker shock. Well, some sticker shock watching what eBay's up to, and of course the post office and that whole rural zip thing. We're playing it safe. We'll see how this works. I wouldn't be surprised if on the next change, the post office backs away from this, because it really is contrary and detrimental to e-commerce. So many of the packages moving through the postal system these days, are eBay, they're Etsy, they're the other e-commerce platforms, Walmart. So if they start making it too difficult for people, you never know. That's what caused this problem in the first place. They started raising their rates. Shippers started taking their business over to UPS and FedEx. Well, this is one of those decisions that UPS management makes, and I really wonder if they thought this through. Did they sit down and have some long talks with their customers? The Walmarts, the eBays, the Etsys, because you would think anybody in management at those e-commerce platforms would know better and would have provided that feedback to the post office, because we all understand the post office has to be paid for their service. They're raising rates, but they should be doing it smartly. Otherwise, we're just hurting the whole e-commerce business by overcharging our buyers to protect ourselves. Well, this is Brian. In the coming weeks and months, we'll see how this plays out. After packing, I went to schedule tomorrow's curbside pickup. It looks like it took it. It sent me a message saying it's scheduled, and then this popped up on the website. So now you have to wonder, will I see the postman tomorrow? Will they take my packages? I tell you, some days it just doesn't feel like a good thing to be relying on either eBay or the post office. You enjoy your day.